Cup of noodles. Hey, everybody. Well, this is going to be the most unusual model I think I have ever seen. This is an actual model of a cup of noodles, the staple cup of noodles that we all have seen and I'm sure have eaten at the grocery store. I cannot believe they actually made a model kit of this. It's the most craziest thing I've ever seen. So, this is by Bandai, one of my absolute favorite model companies because they are well known for their incredible detail and really good engineering on how their kits go together. And they're usually snap fit kits, but you can glue them if you want to. But yeah, I'm not surprised that Bandai put this out just because of how unique it is. So on the side of the box here, we can see that they actually have there's actually a sticky a cover that you can put on here, like the paper cover that we always have to peel back, and then it has all the ingredients. I just cannot believe it, but there's actually little pieces of shrimp. The I always thought these were green onions, but I think it's saying that these are leeks or something. I'm not sure. And then the noodles, you actually build the noodles, which is just crazy. And then you can open up the side of the container after you build it, this part right here, and so that way you can see inside the noodles. And there's also, I think, decals or stickers for the labeling. So this is so cool. So I've been trying to get this kit. It's been every time I went to the hobby shop, I was trying to see if they had it, and either they were sold out or they just never got it. I don't know. So I got this on Amazon. It was like 24, 25 bucks. So it's not a bad price for such an unusual and unique kit. All right, well, let's take a look at the parts. All right, so there is a plethora of parts for this thing. So let's start up here with these noodles. We can see how absolutely detailed these are. I mean, they look really good. Look at those. I mean, there's actual individual strands of noodles going on in there. So it looks like you build them up with, well, they almost look like they're layered or something. So yeah, I mean, that's really crazy. I just can't believe it. So yeah, that should be interesting. Here's the top ones here. That's probably the bottom. That's probably the bottom. That's probably the top. So that's really neat. We got some gold sections here. That's part of the outside labeling. Look at the teeth around that. That's really cool. They actually fit inside these parts, which are, you know, they actually fit inside the teeth there. I mean, that just goes to show you the precision that Bandai likes to do with their kits. Here's some red parts. This is pretty neat. This is the Cup of Noodles logo, and you actually put the like the internal colors inside there, which is just crazy. And I'm guessing that's part of the outside of the cup there. Here is the actual white part of the cup, and you can see how you'll see how those letters go down inside there. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool how this whole thing is done. There's some more of the white pieces of probably the top part of the cup. And then here we got the ingredients. There's the shrimp, and then there is some more of the lettering, the white that goes in there. This is, I think, was there corn in those? I can't remember. I mean, what all the ingredients are in there. And this is another piece of the cup. And then there's actually some beef pieces. And then, you know, once again, Bandai has the capability of molding different colored pieces on the same sprue, which I've always thought was really cool. I've never seen another model company do that. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. Should be pretty fun to build. I can't decide if I'm going to paint this. I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't want to paint it just because I want to see how it looks just the way it is. But I mean, some people would probably paint it, but then I'm thinking that painting it might take away the I don't know, like the actual product look of it. It'll look too model-like, if that's a word, or you know, I feel like it should look almost cartoony or like the actual package. But I think I'm probably not going to paint it. I'm just going to put it together and see how it looks. All right, so here are the stickers. I'm guessing these are stickers. I don't think they're decals, but here we can kind of see the label. So it's all in, I guess, Japanese or something. And then, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff on here. I'm not even sure what all of this goes to. It's kind of interesting. I hadn't realized it was, I mean, look at that. They even have the coating that they put on the packaging. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't even know what some of this stuff is. Should be interesting. Oh, look at that. There's the shrimp. You can actually wrap the shrimp in these, I guess it's like stickers or whatever. I mean, look, it's actually got white and the kind of orange reddish color there. That's really cool. Yeah, that should be interesting. I've had pretty good luck with these Bandai stickers. When they go on really good, and they've actually cut them in such a way that they can go around curves and stuff. So I actually have tried these, and they work pretty decent. This is the little label that that you peel the whole label up. So that's kind of neat. And then this is the actual the top of it, how you peel that back. And then here we have the leeks, which I always thought were green onions. But you can actually see, if I can get the reflection off of here, you can actually see the texturing on it. So you just cut it in half and then and cut little squares of it like we see in the soup part of the noodles. So that's kind of neat. I guess there's quite a few of them. I'm not sure if you're supposed to put all of this in there or what. And I think when you build the whole thing, you just kind of pour it all in there. So it's pretty cool. Looking at the instructions here, everything goes together pretty good. Like I said, you don't have to glue this kit. I mean, you can glue it if you want to, but I think it's really interesting how they did these letters. That's really neat. That's where you're building the actual cup. So yeah, it's actually, I mean, how did they engineer something like this? This is just so funny. Here, let me flip this over real quick. Let's see what's on this side. So yeah, it looks like they're kind of just showing how you can actually peel the front section off. There's all the pieces and sections right there. This is cool. Look at the way these noodles. Let me get it under the light here. Look at the way these noodles are built. I mean, that's really crazy. It's actually like in sections. You build like a core, and then the outer pieces go on there. That is really insanely detailed. And it just kind of drops in there, I guess. And then it shows here where you just add the ingredients to it. This is so bizarre. God, I love it. I just love how bizarre and weird this is. All right, well, I guess I'll get started on this. This should be pretty fun to build. Okay, so I'm working on the top and the bottom of the cup here. I just want to show the absolute precision of the way these gold pieces fit inside the white. I mean, everything fits in there so perfect. And that little white line right there, I didn't even notice in the directions it tells you that you should make sure those line up. So after discovering that, it made it a whole lot easier to make sure I was putting these on correctly, because there's all these weird little notches and stuff everywhere. So, I mean, but see how cool that is? It fits in there really, really nice. There's that line again. Yeah, and so I think if you painted this kit, you might have some trouble getting these pieces to fit just perfect, because I mean they are the tolerance between the parts are probably pretty slim. And I'm not really sure you need to paint it anyway, because I mean, everything is pretty much the way it is. I don't know. I might buy another one of these and try to paint it and see how it goes. But so far, it's really fun to put this together. I'm really enjoying this kit so far. All right, so these letters were really fun to put together because it's actually like layers of stuff that you got to do. So the red part is actually one part where it says cup noodle, and then you actually put these little white inserts of each of those letters in there, and they go in just beautifully and perfectly. Here you can see the back, how they just kind of, well, you can't really see it, I guess, because that's kind of solid, but they fit in there really good. And then after you get the white middle part of the letters in, then the whole cup noodle section fits inside the main assembly of the cup right there. And then that thing just fit in there really beautifully too. You can kind of see the how that kind of goes in there back there with those tabs. That's really neat. And then same thing with this. This is the back part of the cup. And you have these really cool, if I can focus in on it, you can kind of see all this stuff going on here. Yeah, I mean, it's really neat the way everything kind of, it just fits like perfect. It's crazy. And then these letters, so there's a sticker that goes on top of this, and those letters are gold, and then the barcode is black. I wonder if that's a real barcode. I should try it at a supermarket and see if that actually works. But I don't know. It'd kind of be tricky, I think, to put that sticker on there. But oh well, I guess I'll worry about it when I get to that part. But man, this is so fun to build. Okay, so I'm working on the noodles now. So you just kind of build up it's like four parts to make this middle section, this core. And then see how there's like these little openings right here. So everything is keyed, so it only fits one way. So that way you can't make a mistake. So you got this T shape here, which goes on right here. So you can't make a mistake and screw it up. So yeah, this is really cool. I love the way this is just designed. It's just amazing. All right, so I got the cup completely built now, and this thing is so cool. I mean, it looks exactly like the real deal. It is crazy, and this gold actually looks really nice. I think painting that would actually kind of ruin the really nice coloring that they did on this. I mean, this looks like the real thing. So I got all the stickers on here, and I, like I said, these Bandai stickers work really good. The key to using these Bandai stickers is burnishing. Burnishing, burnishing. You've got to burnish those things down. So, like on the lettering back here, if you saw earlier in the video, that you can see that the letters are actually, embedded in the plastic. And so when you put this sticker on, you have to take, what I used is I just took a toothpick and I rounded the edge so it's not so sharp. I had one sharp end and then one rounded end, and then like these little barcodes, you just kind of like rub it in here like this. You can just kind of you can feel it, and I mean don't push so hard that you rip the sticker, but just get it in there so that you can get those down. And I did all the lettering and everything, and when you do, it kind of makes it look like, especially like right here in these areas, you can really see if I get really close. See how that See how it gives it has that raised detail like the actual styrofoam cups for these things. And so that you really have to burnish these down. Just take the time to burnish them and they'll work out really good. See, same with these things. You can see that they're burnished down in there. You'll get an air bubble here and there, but for the most part, just take your time and get those in there, and it really makes it look like it's printed on the actual package. Some of these were really tricky, like this one right here. I have to use this knife. See that tiny little red line right there? And this one right here? So those are actually tiny little stickers, and you can see how small they are by the blade here of the X-Acto knife, which is what I had to use to put those on and line them up. And there's little lines on there to show you where they go, but they're super tiny. In fact, I dropped this one, and I thought it was lost forever. It never fails. I was about ready to put it on. It just popped right off. And thankfully, I found it on the floor. I couldn't believe it. And got it back on there. But these are really super tiny, and so you have to be kind of really careful with those. Same thing with these ones here, as far as like the burnishing goes. This Nissen, you can see how it kind of, I mean, you can, I might have rubbed a little bit too hard on some of these, but but it still looks really good. And so yeah, it's kind of tedious, but it definitely pays off if you just take your time and kind of really just burnish those down, because that really makes a huge difference. I guess what I could have done, I could have just used a red Sharpie marker to just draw those in, these tiny little lines here and here. And that might have been easier, but I wasn't sure if this red was going to match. And sometimes when you use Sharpie marker, it has a shine to it that kind of gives it away that you use something else besides that. So, but yeah, these stickers actually work pretty good on this kit. I also forgot to show you that there is another decal here on the bottom. So this actually looks like the real labeling, like usually they'll put an expiration date or something on here. But yeah, that looks pretty realistic too. So yeah, really nice when it comes to the stickers on this kit. Okay, so here are the noodles, all complete now, and you can kind of see how these all go together. This was really ingenious how they did it. I showed you earlier how it was like the core, and then you put those outer parts on, but it's like there's spaces in between the outer part where the inner part shows inside. You can kind of see it in here, like see this like area here and right in here. And it gives it that layering, and these look real. I mean, these look like real noodles. I did not paint this. This is the actual color that this thing comes in, and it looks just like it. I mean, that looks a little more like molded plastic there, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So this actually just drops right inside the cup. So that's what the inside looks like. So it doesn't matter which way you put it. You just put it in here, and it just fits in there. It's suspended, just like the real cups. It has a little bit of space down here, and in the instructions, it kind of tells you some interesting facts about cup noodles, and something about how getting the water in there makes it steam and makes the noodles cook better or something like that. But you can see how that looks inside there. So yeah, it looks just like the real thing. So yeah, I love it. It's so cool. Now another feature with this is that you can actually take this front section off, so you can see inside there, and then you can see what the noodles look like. So you can expose it. It's kind of a hassle to take this on and off, though. It's something I'm probably not going to do very often or at all, but I just wanted to show that that is a feature that this does have. Okay, so here's all the ingredients, and these shrimp were actually pretty time consuming to put the stickers on, so I really wanted to try to use all the stickers that come with this set just to kind of show that you can actually use this stuff. So I did not paint these. These are actually the stickers that are provided. You put one sticker on each side, and then once again, the trick to this is burnish, burnish, burnish. You want to burnish these down using that like dulled down toothpick to get into all those little nooks and crannies on the shrimp right there. And it actually looks really good. It looks just like the shrimp that are in there. You can kind of see a little overlap of the paper right here on the end, but for the most part, I mean, this looks excellent. Here's one of the smaller pieces. Same thing, it's you pretty much just wrap it in the stickers. But yeah, you can actually use the stickers. I mean, you can paint these if you want to. There's a little bit of overlap right there. But yeah, if you want to paint these, you most certainly can. But for the most part, those stickers actually work really, really good. And you can see all the beef and the egg. And I did cut up some of those leek pieces. I'm not sure I have enough there. I might have to cut up some more, but it actually looks pretty realistic. So it's pretty cool. All right, so once you have the noodles in there, you just take all these ingredients and you just pour them right in. There we go. And that looks just like it. It looks just like the real thing. That is so funny. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how ingenious this is. Yeah, it looks, I mean, this makes me want to go out and get some of this stuff. It's making me hungry. So they actually give you quite a bit of this leek material. I mean, I still have half of it left here, but I think I might throw a few more in there. I can't remember how much are in an actual cup noodle meal. I haven't had one of these in a long time, but I think I might throw some more in there. Plus, some of it is gonna, fall down around the edge inside there. So at least they give you plenty of that stuff to use if you want to put more in. All right, so the last step now is to just put the little cover on, that little paper cover. So just like the real thing, I mean, it looks exactly like it. So you just peel this off, and it even looks like the aluminum that they put on the bottom. And then you just kind of stick this on here. See if I can get this on straight. Yeah, there we go. And it's removable, so you can just, stick it on and off. But look at that. That looks, I mean, there you can hear it all shaking around in there. But yeah, there you go. That is the cup noodle cup, just like it's supposed to look. You can also put that one little tag on here if you want. That kind of goes on the front right there. And I don't know if I'm going to put that on. I think most of these that I ever see in the store don't have those. But yeah, that's pretty much the finishing touch to this. So there we go. That is the Bandai Cup Noodle model kit. I cannot believe it, but yes, Bandai actually made a model kit of the cup noodle lunch meal or dinner meal that we are all familiar with. I'm sure pretty much all of us have had. And actually, I haven't had one of these in a long time, and it sounds really good right now. I might go up to the store and get some now. But yeah, this was a fun kit to build. What I think I liked about it is that you don't have to take it so darn serious. Like some of these model kits, I get pretty intense about making sure I got every detail right or painting everything absolutely perfect. But this one, it was just one of these kind of things where you can just kind of put it together and kind of be casual about it. I mean, yeah, the stickers, you want to try to get those on nice and straight and burnish them down really good. But overall, everything else is pretty good. I mean, you can still open this up just like the real thing. And there's your soup, your noodles down inside there. It looks just like the real deal. And I mean, gosh, it's just absolutely amazing to be able to have a model of this. I mean, whoever thought of it at the Bandai company, I mean, hats off to them because it's pretty darn amazing. So yeah, there we go. That is a little model kit. I got this on Amazon, like I said, for $25, I think. I went on there just now as of the making of this video, and it looks like they are sold out, and they're now only being sold by third-party sellers. So, and I didn't look to see how much they're charging, but usually the third-party sellers will sell them for more. And so this is like a Japanese version or whatever language that is. It's not the American version of this, so obviously there's different packaging of these noodles for every part of the world. But it still looks exactly like the real deal. So, if you want to paint this kit, that's certainly up to you. You most certainly can. I kind of think that if you do paint it, you might have trouble fitting some of this in here. Like I said, the tolerance for this is super, super close. I mean, those fit in there really tight, really perfect. So I'm not sure I'd really want to mess with it. And quite frankly, I really don't think you even need to paint it. I mean, this looks exactly like the actual product. It's really insane how accurate this is. So yeah, really fun kit. If you want something fun to build for, for a weekend, I don't even know if it'll take you that long to put together, but super fun, just really crazy. I think it's awesome that Bandai put this together. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a like and also subscribe if you'd like. I'd really appreciate that. So thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate your viewership, and I'll see you on the next video. So thanks again, and have a good one.